just look at this stunner. Hey, Epiphone Casino. P90s. Look at the finish on that body. It's so nice. It's even, I wonder if this has a sort of a more thin nitro finish or something. I'll have to look that up. I'm sure somebody will let us know in the comments. Anyway, she's a 2010 VS, Casino VS. Really nice. Let's see if I can get up on it to show how it's checking. Can you see it? Oh, there you go. See? That's sort of how you expect to see a Gibson check. When you see a Gibson start checking the finish. But I've never seen an Epiphone with that start checking like that. Usually they got a really thick finish on them. And they stay shiny and glossy for ages. But anyway, yeah, so 2010, just a lovely looking guitar. It's in pretty decent shape. Really good shape, actually. We took the pickguard off it immediately. Had a big white eyesore of a pickguard. Actually, I'm looking for a black one of those. I have a bunch of them that fit Gibsons, but I run out of all the ones that fit these import knobs. Oh well. Anyway, so I don't know what's been upgraded to this guitar. I don't know if any of that stuff is original. But yeah, it's got the trapezoid, whatever the hell that is, and the dog ear P90s. Fingerboard looks a little dry. The last clown who owned it, I guess he was putting in a new nut. Fucking got glue on the fingerboard there, so I'll clean that off. But yeah, overall it's in good shape. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get the strings off it. Well, there's no glue on that nut, so he must have just got it on the fingerboard. I'm sorry, I have to laugh because the fellow who owned this guitar previous to Richard has been trying to sell this guitar. I'm not joking you. It's been up on Kijiji for months and months and many months and some more months. It's been on Kijiji so long. Now, granted, it's been on Kijiji for so long, for so many months, that I have had occasion to have email discussions with the previous owner. And I gotta say that I've been through... No, I know I'm... What I do is not ordinary. And but that's not the point. The point is that I've been through like 6 or 7 trades while this guy was sitting on this one guitar. And he would just say the most ridiculous things. Like he would make these crazy demands in regards to the trade he was trying to make with you. Just crazy things. Like, anyway, it got to the point where I basically just told this guy, listen buddy, you seem like a nice guy, but how about you just fuck off? Because it got to the point where I would put up stuff for sale or trade, and then I'd get an email from this fucking guy and pictures with this guitar, and it's like, listen buddy, you and I have talked before, you are a pain in the dick. You're one of these guys whose guitar isn't really for sale right now. You're one of these guys who I think enjoys the act of exchanging emails with perfect strangers over the sale of guitars for I don't know what reason. He's like one of these guys that wastes your time. He's one of these guys that will carry on over email for just days and days and days, and it's like, holy fuck, this is exhausting, buddy. Like shit or get off the pot, basically. It comes to a point, you come to a point where somebody like me is just like, no thank you, I quit you. I'm not going to spend days and days and days negotiating with you over a $400 or $500 guitar. I'm just not. It's just... Not even when I first started doing this would I entertain you for that long. Like shit or get off the pot. You're the kind of guy who walks into McDonald's and looks at the menu. That's the kind of guy I feel like he is. The kind of guy who walks into McDonald's and stares at the menu for ages while you're behind him. And to see what he wants to order. Like, who the fuck goes to McDonald's and doesn't know what they want to order? If you've never been to McDonald's before, I would excuse that, but he seems like the kind of guy who gets in line behind you to pay for fucking coffee at a drive-thru and then wants to write a check. Like I'm not joking. I'm not gonna say this guy's name or anything like that. But that's like, you deal with some of these kinds of guys sometimes when you get into buying and selling and trading guitars, like as a hobby. And let me just remind people, this is water-based stain. It will not stick to the binding. It will not stick to the frets. It's just Minwax black water-based stain that you can get at any home improvement store in North America. Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. Just Minwax water-based stain. Just darkens up the really light bit of rosewood, or whatever this is, probably rosewood. It's not ebony. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Oh, I think had somebody say something about fumes. Somebody once said something to me about, oh, you got kids. Why are you using that stain in the house? Kids. Like, I can't even smell this. You can smell it if you put your face right in the can, but... Now, spray painting in the house, that's an entirely different story. I will happily take shit for that. Because that's a little bit dumb. That's a little bit of a stupid thing to do. I never said I don't do stupid things. There we go. That's just a little bit darker. Not so anemic looking. Looks much better. So I'll just let that dry. And let's see what the Upa stick brought. Oh! I've been waiting on this. So exciting. I guess I didn't really have to do an unboxing of featuring tubing, but I am glad to have some more of this. Alright, so these pickup covers are a bit milky too. So I figured, what the hell, I'll just give them a quick... Not too bad. That took some of the milk out of them. I've never seen chrome go milky like that. Weird. Alright, if you haven't seen the way one of these works on the Casino, the strings go underneath and then they just get trapped in there. Surprise, surprise. These tuners are all... I feel like they're just about to fall off. Alright. Relief. Perfect. Action. 5/64. 4. Could come down a scratch. That'll work. Intonation. Alright. Intonation. Action. Relief. Checked. Almost forgot the last and most important step. I gotta rub the tone back into it. Gotta give her a good tone rub. Okay? Otherwise it's gonna sound like absolute and utter shit.